Hey guys, it's Jeff, and I've been taking a very small break away from YouTube, but I'll be back here with more videos coming next week. But I wanted to start it off with this video specifically because I missed the iOS 13 beta update video this week, Wednesday. So we're gonna go ahead and review the iOS 13 beta 8 update and basically make a video on not specifically like the new features, because I did send you guys a message on YouTube saying, hey, there's not really anything new, but actually the kind of performance side of things with beta 8 and how iOS 13 as a whole is looking so far on our devices. So let's go ahead and review beta 8 and then go ahead and talk about what iOS 13 is currently and kind of some possibilities as far as what it might become before the release date of iOS 13 later in September. So let's go ahead and get started. Guys, go check out Clean My Mac X. It's absolutely amazing. I use it every day and I cannot say this enough. Every Mac user needs this program. So go check it out. There's a link down below with more info, and you can also go download it to try it out for yourself. Okay guys, so iOS 13 beta 8 did come this past Wednesday, and specifically for my iPhone XS Max, the update size was actually very small. It was around 180 megabytes, so a very, very small update, and I really wasn't expecting to see any new features, maybe a few changes here and there, but not really any major new features. And I was correct in thinking that because we actually didn't see anything new in this update. In fact, we didn't even really see that many changes found within the update. Even those small UI changes that you might see in various menus and everything like that, we actually weren't seeing those. So I did go ahead and test very extensively the performance side of things with beta 8, because I thought, hey, if this is a more smooth update, maybe not as many new features, maybe Apple is kind of focusing more on the performance side of things rather than kind of all the new features and UI changes that they have been in the last couple of betas. So I went ahead and tested out the performance, and it's actually doing really, really well. We saw about a 1 to 2% increase over beta 7. And if you take a look at kind of the release dates between beta 1 and beta 8 here, performance has increasingly gotten better, and that is so good to see. The performance has gotten really good, and when you compare it to iOS 12.4, the official version, that is a huge update in performance. You get the new features and everything like that, but as far as the performance side of things, we're seeing about a 7 to 8% increase in performance just through a software update. Of course, we still have the A12 Bionic chip, which is a very good chip from Apple, but you're getting more speed and performance just with this software update to iOS 13 if you have a compatible device. So that is a very good thing to see, and performance is increasingly getting better and better as we go throughout the betas here. But specifically with performance with beta 8, it wasn't like too much of a big change between beta 7 and beta 8. I'd say that the biggest thing that we're seeing here is a little bit more consistency in that performance. So what do I mean by that? Well, we're not getting those UI stutters. We're not getting random crashes here and there. The performance of iOS 13 beta 8 is actually really good. I haven't had any issues with my iPhone, and more specifically, I haven't had any issues with the iPad Pro, which is a device that has had so many bugs over kind of like this iOS 13 beta testing period. And so far with the iPad Pro, not having any issues whatsoever. So iOS 13 beta 8 is a very stable update. There's a lot of speed and performance. And while we're not seeing any new features, I can fully appreciate the kind of lack of bugs that we're seeing here in the later betas of iOS 13. So guys, what does that mean for you? Are you on iOS 13 or not? Let me know in the comment section down below. What are you guys running? I actually really want to know, because a lot of people watch these videos, but they don't actually update because maybe they're afraid of kind of some bad things that may happen if they update to the betas. And that kind of leads me into what I want to talk about next. Should you guys be updating to the betas to basically get a short preview of what iOS 13, the official version, will look like in the next month? And that answer is definitely yes. We have two options here. You can go ahead and install the developer beta. There's a link down below where you can access that profile. We're on beta 8. And as I just went over, the performance is very good with iOS 13 so far. The performance for the iPhone XS Max and all devices that can run iOS 13 is very, very good. If you have an iPad as well, I would highly recommend updating to iPadOS. That is a very solid kind of infrastructure there within the software. I think that everything has been smoothed over and iPadOS is very well refined. Now, as far as the new features, you've seen a lot of them in our beta update videos. There's a lot of new features to see. There are some new features that Apple has taken out in the past where we were testing them and then they were taken out just because of bugs, but we'll likely be seeing those in the next couple of betas before the official release in the next month. So definitely you will be enjoying all of the new features. There's a lot of speed and performance, and also the biggest factor for me when testing betas is the battery life. Battery life is actually increased over iOS 12.4 by about 6%. So you're getting better battery life just with this software update. You're getting better performance just with this software update, and of course the new features which we were all expecting. So guys, definitely go ahead. The second option is the public beta. I think that public beta is on beta 7. Link in the video description down below. It's beta.apple.com just in case you guys want to go ahead and update. Between the public and developer betas, they're exactly the same. So as far as performance goes, maybe a lack of bugs on either end, you're not really going to see that. It's the exact same build. So those are your two options, the developer and public betas for iOS 13. I highly recommend that you guys check out iOS 13. There's a lot to see in this new version of iOS. Now let's talk a little bit about the full experience of the betas here. As far as any bugs that I'm finding, I'm not finding any. All of the apps that I'm using are working. So if you guys are afraid of your apps, specifically like, banking apps or very important apps, like maybe you own a car, Tesla, whatever, that runs off of an app, you actually don't have to worry about that. I have tested all of my apps and they all work with iOS 13. So iOS 13 is very well defined and refined, and a lot of the apps that I'm using currently don't actually have any issues. So what does this mean for the future? Well, you might be seeing a little bit more of these updates, kind of more bland updates, really working on bugs. We are still expecting those new features that I was mentioning earlier, the FaceTime feature, screen time features coming back in the betas. So we are fully expecting those, but do not expect any new features that we haven't seen before in the betas. We are very, not likely to see those until the official version comes out, or maybe even the 0.1 version of iOS 13 comes out, simply because we have to refine iOS 13 and get it ready for an official release, and Apple is doing that very well right now, and they're kind of tailor making it towards the new chip as well. So a ton of testing going on with that. So guys, do not expect any new features with iOS 13. Do expect a lot of bug fixes. Expect more speed and performance, because we are expecting to see that ×2 performance with iOS 13 over iOS 12. So we will be looking out for that. But so far, it's looking really good here with iOS 13 Beta 8. And iOS 13 Beta 9 should be coming next week, and we should be seeing just a much more smoother version of iOS 13 next week. So guys, that was our video on iOS 13 Beta 8. I'm sorry there's not really much new with the betas these days, but we are expecting to see the official release very soon, and that is very exciting. If you want to stay up to date with all of the news regarding iOS 13 and any other kind of update news with macOS, tvOS, and other Apple software and hardware changes, definitely get subscribed and also hit the bell button to get updates as soon as that content is released. So guys, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll be seeing you in some upcoming content. There definitely will be more coming next week. So again, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys soon. Peace. This video is sponsored by CyberGhost VPN, and it's quite possibly the best VPN service out there, and this is why. It gives you access to geo-restricted websites and services, actively protects your web browsing, gives you access to streaming services, and protects your data as you are on public Wi-Fi networks. These are just a few of many things CyberGhost VPN can do for you. What's also cool is they never collect or share your data with anyone, so you know everything is truly private using CyberGhost VPN. So go check them out. There's a link in the video description below where you can get more info about what CyberGhost can do for you. And also you can order through that link to get an offer of $2.75 a month, which is super cheap and definitely well worth it for this awesome VPN service.